Some minds are like telescopes. They peer into the vast darkness. Karl Jaspers was such a mind, a German thinker, a psychiatrist turned philosopher. He charted the inner cosmos, the universe of human existence. He sought profound questions, questions that echo within our hearts. His work bridges the known and the unknown. Intellect meets the profound mystery of being. He explored the landscapes of the human spirit. He saw connections where others saw divisions, science and soul, reason and transcendence. Jaspers did not offer a final map of reality. Instead, he extended an invitation to explore, to question, to awaken. He believed philosophy was an activity to be lived, a personal quest for meaning. Karl Jaspers began his journey in medicine, specifically psychiatry. He delved into the human mind. He listened to stories of brokenness and despair. He sought to understand the fragile architecture of sanity. Initially a healer of minds, he perceived something more in mental distress, more than mere pathology. He saw echoes from a deeper stratum of existence. He suspected that what society labeled illness could be a profound encounter, an encounter with the fundamental questions of life. These experiences might be breakthroughs in disguise. They were clues, whispers from the existential core. They hinted at the limits of our ordinary understanding. The human spirit yearned for something beyond the mundane, and so his gaze shifted from the individual psyche to the universal human condition, from the clinic to the boundless horizons of philosophical inquiry. Philosophy became his vessel for exploring these cosmic dimensions of our being, a way to understand the universe within. Jaspers harbored a deep suspicion of systems claiming to possess the whole truth. He saw such systems as attempts to tame reality. But truth, for Jaspers, was dynamic, elusive, alive. Imagine truth as a comet. It streaks across our ignorance, a brilliant, fleeting spectacle. We can witness its passage, marvel at its beauty, feel its impact, but we cannot capture it. Its nature is to move, to journey. Truth is not a destination, but a direction, an ongoing process of seeking, found in personal encounters, lived experiences, and courageous dialogue. Philosophical systems try to build cages for this comet. But truth resists confinement. Its true home is the open sky of individual searching. It calls for active, passionate engagement, a personal voyage into its light. Consider yourself at the edge of the known universe or your own endurance. What truths become undeniable? Jaspers called these moments grenzsituationen, limit situations. They are boundary experiences of human life, moments where the familiar ground gives way, where ordinary rules no longer apply. We are pushed to our limits. These are not everyday occurrences. They are profound ruptures, the stark reality of death, the inescapable weight of suffering, the burden of guilt, the relentless nature of struggle. These are fundamental aspects of the human condition, inescapable, transformative. They challenge us to our core. Yet these limit situations are also portals. They strip away the superficial, forcing us to confront what truly matters. They shatter our illusions of control. In these intense encounters, we touch something essential. We confront ourselves in our naked vulnerability. We glimpse the precariousness of our existence and its profound significance. It is here at the edge that authentic existence can begin to stir. For millennia, humanity looked up at the night sky. We saw a fixed celestial sphere. The stars, we believed, were embedded in a perfect, unchanging dome. It was a comforting vision, a predictable cosmos. Then thinkers like Galileo shattered that sphere. They revealed a universe far vaster and more dynamic. Limit situations in Jaspers' philosophy perform a similar function for our inner worlds. They shatter our personal celestial spheres, the carefully constructed bubbles of meaning and security in which we live. Our routines, our assumptions, our belief that we understand how things are. These are often illusions, comfortable but ultimately confining, preventing us from seeing the true scale of our being. Suddenly we find ourselves at a precipice. The old maps of meaning are torn. The familiar constellations of our beliefs have shifted. We are disoriented, lost in a landscape that is both terrifying and exhilarating. The ground of our everyday existence has crumbled. We're exposed, vulnerable, facing the raw immensity of what is. The universe is no longer a cozy home, and here a profound choice emerges. Do we succumb to despair, or do we find the courage to look, to truly see, To embrace this new expanded reality, limit situations invite us not to closure, but to openness, to the possibility of glimpsing deeper truths. Beyond our social roles, our job titles, our fleeting identities, beyond the masks we wear for the world and even for ourselves. What lies at the core? What is that irreducible spark of unique being? Jaspers called this existence. It is not simply existence in the biological sense. It is something more profound, more personal. It is the authentic, self-aware and freely chosen mode of being human. Existence is not a static thing. Think of it more like an unfolding nebula, a vast cloud of cosmic dust and gas. Within it, new suns are constantly being born. New possibilities are taking shape. Existence is this dynamic potential within each of us, the unique constellation of selfhood that only we can bring into being. This journey towards actualizing existence is our deepest calling. It is the realization of our truest, most authentic self. It's not something given to us. It must be grasped, chosen, lived. It involves a constant becoming, a striving to transcend our limitations, to move beyond the merely given aspects of our lives, our biology, our social conditioning. It is the art of crafting a life that is truly our own. The path to existence is paved with freedom and responsibility, the freedom to choose who we will become, and the responsibility to own those choices. It demands courage, honesty, and a willingness to confront the anxieties that come with such radical freedom, but it is the path to a life of genuine meaning, a life lived from the core of our being. Our personal journey of existence does not happen in a vacuum. It is not an isolated star drifting alone in an empty void. Instead, Jaspers tells us, existence is always situated within something vaster, something that surrounds, grounds, and permeates all that is. He called this ultimate reality das Umgreifende, the encompassing, the all-embracing horizon of being itself. Think of the encompassing as the ultimate backdrop, the cosmic microwave background radiation that fills all of space, the source and context for every galaxy, every star, every atom. It is that which contains everything, yet is not itself any particular thing. It is the mystery that underpins all existence, not an object we can point to, but the very medium in which all objects appear, the silent witness to all becoming. This encompassing is not a personal God in the traditional sense. It is more subtle, more profound. It is the ultimate limit of our understanding, the boundary where our concepts fail. Yet it is also that which makes understanding possible. We can never fully grasp the encompassing with our rational minds, but we can become aware of its presence. We can cultivate an openness to it. It is an invitation to experience the universe as a profound, unified mystery. Karl Jaspers does not hand us a completed star chart. He does not offer a set of final answers to life's biggest questions. Instead, he invites us on an odyssey, a philosophical pilgrimage, a journey of self-discovery. This is not a journey for the faint of heart. It is a voyage into the uncharted waters of our own inner cosmos, a quest for authentic being. It is an active, ongoing exploration. The aim of this odyssey is not to possess truth as one might conquer a new world. Truth for Jaspers is not a trophy to be displayed. It is not a fixed dogma to be memorized. Rather, the goal is to seek truth, to continually orient ourselves towards its light, to live in a state of philosophical faith, a trust in the possibility of meaning, even amidst uncertainty. It is about the journey itself, the striving, the questioning. This journey is, at its heart, an awakening to the depths within ourselves, the untapped potentials of our existence, an awakening to the vastness of the encompassing that surrounds us, and an awakening to the intricate, often hidden connections between our inner world and the outer universe. It is about seeing with new eyes, feeling with a new heart, understanding with a new mind, becoming more fully alive. In our current age, the cosmos of information expands at an astonishing rate. We are bombarded by data, overwhelmed by voices, dazzled by technological marvels. Certainty is often packaged and sold. Systems clamor for our allegiance. The sheer noise can be deafening. It can drown out the quieter whispers of our own inner seeking, the urgent call of our own existence. We risk losing our way in the glare. Karl Jaspers' philosophy cuts through this modern cacophony. His voice is a calm, persistent call, a call for genuine reflection, for authentic self-examination, for the courage to embrace our freedom and our responsibility. He reminds us that meaning is not found in prepackaged answers or in the fleeting trends of the moment. It is forged in the crucible of personal experience, in the quiet dialogue with our deepest self. His thought is like a reliable compass in a world that often seems to have lost its bearings. It does not point to a fixed destination called truth. Instead, it orients us toward the process of truth-seeking. It encourages us to find meaning in the unique, unrepeatable story of our own lives, in the choices we make, in the way we confront our limit situations,